everybody, and welcome back, or welcome if you are new to the channel of your favorite or soon-to-be favorite bookworm twink supreme. So I am doing something different today. So I thought I'd do this new series on my channel where I read books recommended by booktubers that I really enjoy watching and vlog the experience. So today I'm going to be reading books from the booktube channel Paperbackdreams. So a little background, this channel is actually owned by a man named Larry, and he is incredibly kind and well-read and very generous because he occasionally lets this random person named Kat on the channel and she gets to talk about books, so good for her, I suppose. I think I heard somewhere that she was his daughter. If somebody could confirm that in the comment section, that would be a grand old time. So Kat has actually been one of my favorite booktubers for a long time, and as wholesome and lovely as this channel is, the horror recommendations I get from it are phenomenal all the time. Like, I am rarely ever let down. Although we disagree big time sometimes, we agree most of the time. So since Kat and I basically read pretty much the same books, I had to really dig through her videos to look for recommendations of books that I haven't read yet that she gave a high score to. Also, I included a book that Larry gave 5 stars to that she gave 3 stars to because, I mean, how could I not? So for this vlog, I will be reading the following books. Cue the montage.
In the Dream House
by
Carmen Maria Machado. I want you to read Shiver. Penpal by Daphne Auerbach.
I loved Penpal. I gave it 4 stars. I loved it.
So with that being said, let the vlog begin. Hello everybody, hope you are doing fantastic. So what I am gonna do now is start this vlog at the moment, and today I'm gonna try to read Penpal and In the Dream House, or maybe swap out Penpal for Shiver. Who knows? But for now, I'm gonna go on my jog. I just had my protein bar, so now I got my shoes on, my Gundam shirt, and my hydration. But let me show you what I just finished doing. So I just finished taking pictures of some LGBT+ books for my Bookstagram. Follow me at McKay's Bookstagram. Posting them for Pride Month. I haven't been posting much because I've been a real inconsistent shit, but I'm posting now. This is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I am so excited that this book is getting a sequel and that the sequel has already been finished being written. Okay. I'm not gonna show my hair because it looks really terrible because you're supposed to look horrible after a workout. I'm gonna go take a shower, grab some food, and we'll finally hopefully begin reading. I don't know, no promises. We'll see how this goes. All right, hey everybody, I am heading outside because it is Slenderman weather. And I heard that the book Penpal was very Slenderman-like, so I am just gonna hope that I'm not overexposed. It's very rainy. I'm gonna start reading Penpal. That's gonna be the first book on this vlog. Will it be the first book I finish? I don't know. As you can tell from my last reading vlog, I start a book, and then I get bored, and then I begin another book, and I just end up reading all the books at the same time. So that might be what happens. Hey everybody, so I am here with an update for Penpal. I just finished the first 70 pages, and I have to say that I don't know how I feel about it so far. The writing is pretty dense, so my eyes are getting through it kind of slowly. There's not much dialogue. It's written like a memoir. So I can now more or less give you a synopsis. We basically follow this man who is recalling events from his childhood. So these events were supposedly super traumatizing, and he had gone through them with his mom. And so he's recalling events from his childhood and teenage years that could perhaps give him an understanding of what had happened in his past. The book is called Penpal because when he was younger, I believe in kindergarten, they had this English project that was meant to train them in sentence structure and literacy, where kids would write notes and put them in helium balloons and have the balloons fly off into the air, and wherever the balloons land, whoever finds them hopefully writes back. So everybody in the class gets a note back, but the main character gets a Polaroid with a picture of him on it. So super creepy, super Slenderman. Lots of this book is set in the woods. My hair is an actual mess, hello! I don't really know how I feel about it so far, because the writing is very dense. Anywho, updates soon. Okay, hi. It is very late at night, and I probably look like shit, but I just finished reading Penpal. Okay, so you know how I said that I didn't know how I felt about it, and that I was really bored for the most part? For the most part being the first 70 pages. So I read from page 70 to page 200 all today, and I was so wrong about this book. I thought that it was just gonna be some listlessly meandering elevated horror. You know how some movies say that they are elevated horror, but they're just boring and critics give them high reviews anyway? No shade. I thought that this book was gonna be that. I was so wrong. This book, from page 70 onwards, is so bone-chillingly terrifying and so sad. Like, the ending, oh my gosh, like, do you ever think about how, or why rather, bad things happen to good people, or just normal people who don't do anything, and horrible things happen to them because of just the world and things that are just not in their circle of control? This is that kind of story. This is that kind of story, and it's just like, oh god, this reminded me so much of this film. I don't know if you've seen this. This is the scariest movie I've seen in my entire life. It's called The Vanishing. And if you've read this or have seen this film, you will be reminded of something for sure. So yeah, I clearly have no words because I just finished this book now, and I normally don't ever record anything this late at night. But I just want to say that certain scenes stood out. Specifically, the scene that scared me the most was when the main character was sitting alone in a movie theater and fucked me up. That scene fucked me up. I think I'm gonna give this one 4 stars because although I was very bored in the first 70 pages, the remaining 130 pages just completely took me by surprise. I did not expect this book to be like this. Anywho, yes, chat soon. Hey everybody, I am here and I have a special guest. As you can see, I think the neighbor's cat came into our house again, so he's over there, kind of just chilling. I hope he doesn't do anything, and I hope he stays in here throughout the entire shot. I'm just gonna scooch over so we can see him over here. So, I finished reading Shiver by Junji Ito, and I thought this book was amazing. It was really, really good. I had mixed feelings about some stories. Some stories were fantastic, some stories were truly amazing, and some stories were just like, okay. It wasn't perfect, but I do have a lot of good stuff to say. So what I'm gonna do is just read off my notes. The first story rather, is called The Record. It's about 2 girls fighting, and this was definitely a fun one, but I feel like it would have benefited a bit more if it was longer, because then we would have seen the main character put herself in situations that would be equally funny and fucked up. It's about this girl who gets obsessed with this haunted record, and so she does everything she can to keep this record for herself even though other people want it. I feel like this one definitely would have worked better as a full manga volume, because then we would have seen more situations of herself getting in trouble and stopping at nothing to get this record. But yeah, as it is, fun stuff. So the second one is Shiver, and this is where the manga gets its title from. And this story, if you have that condition where you're scared of holes, let me Google it real quick. Tryptophobia. If you have tryptophobia, steer clear of this specific story. Just don't do it. Just don't do this. Skip over this one. I won't judge you. Nobody will judge you. And yeah, this one was a lot. I enjoyed this one. This was definitely one of the grosser ones. So yeah, good stuff. Third one is called Fashion Model. This one was stupid. But in a good way. It was funny. It's about a guy who stumbles upon a fashion magazine, and in it he sees a scary looking model, and this one had me like no thoughts, head empty. Like, this one was just like definitely like the most random what the fuck thing I've ever seen. It was hilarious and definitely some much needed comic relief since other stories were kind of hardcore. So the fourth story is called Hanging Blimp, and what the fuck? I don't know what the hell I just read. Seriously, should I go buy a crossbow now? Was the only thing I wrote on my notes. Also, next time I hear somebody say the word airhead, I will have a totally different visual of what that looks like in my head. Now, the fifth one is called Marionette Mansion, and it's about these poor traveling puppeteers. And I like this one. It was really bizarre. It was really interesting. Not too many thoughts, but overall I did enjoy this one. So the sixth one is called Painter. Fact check me if I'm wrong. This is the first chapter in the Tomy series from his other manga series. And I love the main character's obsession with his craft, and I loved the gore in this, but this one just felt like a really, really short overture to something bigger. But as it is, it did intrigue me. So the seventh one was by far my favorite. This one is called The Long Dream, and this was the scariest one. This one deals with so much phobias of mine. And this was the best one so far. It talks about conquering the fear of death with eternal living, yet paradoxically fearing eternal living. The body horror is fantastic. This one really got under my skin. Okay, number 8 was called Honored Ancestors. This should be the new Human Centipede. I'm just gonna say that. That's all I wrote. The 9th one, however, was the most disgusting. This was my least favorite. This was the one I had to like skim over. It was so fucking gross. my camera died. The battery of my camera died. So I was talking about greased oil. I'm gonna have to rest my hand over here because I'm getting a bit tired. I was talking about greased oil and I was telling you about how it was so disgusting and how I can watch gory movies like with no problem. If the thing has like bad hygiene and dirt, I can't watch it. Disgusting, never gonna read this one again. So then there was a bonus story called Fashion Model Cursed Frame, and I was really happy to see this bitch again. Any chapter with this Fuchi character is just comic relief. Honestly, it's so stupid, but it's so funny, and I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much had this not been in the story, so I'm really glad that this was in there. Let's go on a stroll around nature and contemplate life. Anywho, yeah, chat soon. Okay, so we named a snail in the other vlog, so what should we name this stray cat? Look at him. I swear I love cats. I'm such a cat person. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just gonna shower now and then we'll get to reading and then I will update you as I read the book. Hello everybody. I am at present seated down here with natural lighting because I am here to tell you about In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado, which I have just finished. And I started reading this book last night and I didn't vlog at all yesterday because I could not put this book down. It was a memoir about an abusive relationship. It's so nuanced, it's so complex, and I have so many notes. So near the end of the book we get this line, and this line says, "The world is full of hurt people who hurt people." And that just stood out to me because yes, we are all damaged to an extent. Even the happiest person you see in your life, even the happiest person you know, does have baggage, does have trauma, has hurt in the past, and the way people deal with pain sometimes comes at the expense of other people. So she opens up about her insecurity, and she links her insecurity to the fact that she desired so much validation and desired what this person made her feel, despite the fact that that somebody else was an obvious abuser and toxic human being. I also really love how she used the story of Bluebeard as a metaphor to show that she was so entranced by love that she never spoke up about the abuse. No matter what your sexuality is or the kind of relationship you have, there are healthy relationships and there are abusive relationships. And she discusses so many good things, and she talks about how kids don't choose to be born, it's parents who choose to have kids. And a lot of the times they idealize these kids, like they think the kids are gonna be cute babies forever, or they're gonna grow up to be exactly how they want them to be, and when they are different they get disappointed, and then it just turns into a whole mess. She talks about how abusers aren't cackling maniacs and that they just need to want something and not care how they get it. And then she talks about how Judy Garland was abused on the set of A Star is Born. Like the director would drudge up things from her past and then make her like actually have an emotional breakdown on set just so she could look authentic in front of the camera. Just like how Stanley Kubrick abused Shelley Duvall in The Shining, like ugh. And then she also talked about gaslighting, about how words are twisted to make you think something else. They deliberately misinterpret your words, and that's just super toxic. It's Pride Month. This would make a fantastic read for Pride Month. And yeah, chat soon. Okay, so here I am at the end of the vlog, coming in to tell you that these books certainly had a theme. The running theme was the question about why do bad, horrible things happen to good people on this planet. Not gonna lie, I needed a fucking stiff drink after reading Penpal. In the Dream House was definitely more heavy and devastating because it is, you know, a true story, but at least that one ended with like a sense of hope. Penpal was just fucking bleak, man. So I'm just gonna be giving some quick reviews. First one is Penpal. I ended up giving this book 4 stars. Yes, it was creepy at times. Yes, it was fucking depressing. And I did feel very happy to have read it, but I don't think I would recommend this book to anyone because it really will leave you feeling bummed out, and the beginning 70 pages are kind of draggy, but the 130 pages afterward are just quick. So the second book I'm going to talk about is In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado. This person is just one of the strongest, most resilient people I have ever read about. Carmen is just someone that I have so much respect for. I genuinely love the fact that I read this book, and I would recommend this book to anyone. It gave me so much anxiety because I was just so scared knowing that things were bad and that there were so many pages more. So I was like, how much worse could this get? And it just gets worse and worse and worse. It is truly a terrifying, scary story, and the fact that it's all real just made it just so sad. But it's just so beautifully written, it's just so poetic, it's so metaphorical. Every single thing in the book felt like it had to be in the book. So much respect, so much respect. I just cannot emphasize this enough. Fantastic book, 5 out of 5 stars. So the final book I'm going to talk about is Shiver, which I also gave 4 out of 5 stars to. I actually have a book here that I'm going to be recommending to viewers who have read Shiver or anything by Junji Ito and want something kind of similar. So I would recommend to you the graphic novel Black Hole. This is super similar in terms of theme. Like, this is also very slice of life with some body horror. In conclusion, if you liked these books, you should definitely check out some films by Lars von Trier. Specifically Breaking the Waves, Dancer in the Dark, Melancholia, Antichrist, The House That Jack Built, just throw that in there. Not Dogville, because that one kind of ended on a happy note as far as Lars von Trier films go. Anyway, like and comment and subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I will love you forever. And please let me know who you'd like me to do next. I kind of know who I'm gonna do next, and I already have all the books that I'm gonna be reading for this person. But if you have any recommendations, please let me know down below in the comment section, you perv. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in future videos, but until then, as always, take care. I lose myself